everybody. So today we're going to have the final tasting of beer number 2 in my 3-hop series. What I did back in November, I purchased the Anvil Foundry and I wanted to give it a test run. So I just wanted to make a beer and I was like, hey, let's split it into 5 1-gallon batches, dry hop with different stuff and see what we get. So that's what I did. I did do review number 1 if you want to go back and check that out. So for the main recipe, 11 pounds of 2-row, 1 pound of Vienna, 1 pound of Vienna, then 1 hour boil, 1 ounce of Citra at 15 minutes, 1 ounce of Amarillo at 10 minutes, 1 ounce of Citra at 5 minutes. Dry hop, Sorachi Ace was used in this one, 0.25 ounces as we were doing a gallon. This was bottled on 1110, 6.65%, just like all the other ones. So also what that's telling us, at least in this case, this is using US-05 yeast, nice clean yeast. You're not going to have to worry about any weird flavors coming from it for the most part. But what that does show us, at least the yeast that I used, it all worked out the same, or it all fermented exactly the same. Sometimes I do see in mine, sometimes it'll be a little lower, sometimes it'll be a little higher, but that is also something you have to watch out when you're making 1-gallon batches or 5-gallon batches. Are you hitting your numbers? Because even though most of the time I'm making small batches, is my original gravity correct? Is it, 5 points higher or 5 points lower? That's going to affect the outcome of your finished beer. Because if it's a lot higher, your yeast could get drunk and conk out, leaving you with a, let's say, lower ABV and sweeter beer. So there is a lot of stuff that goes into it, but at least on this, everything worked out. Let's go ahead and get this into a glass. As I said in the first one, beer number 1, using the Azaka, I wanted to take these recently in my hometown. They started a homebrew club. So for the first meeting I went to in December, I wanted to bring each one of these. I have 5 of them. And I wanted people to try it and let me know what they thought, because I was like, man, these are tasting good. Let's get other people's opinion. So there was about 20 people that did try it, and this one was the one that most of them, they weren't sure about, because Sorachi Ace, we've done a couple other ones. I believe the first one we did was a wheat, 100% wheat with Sorachi Ace, and you got dill. So that is going to scare some people off. I did tell them, I said, hey, this is using Sorachi Ace. Do you know what that is? No, you're going to get dill. So if you don't like dill pickles or something like that, you're probably not going to like it. And most of them liked it. There was a couple people that were like, I don't like dill, especially in a beer like this. So let's go ahead and get into it. Head is dissipating. It is staying around now. It did come down. It doesn't have as big of head as beer number 1, but we do have a off-white head, small and medium bubbles, not even a quarter finger of head. Color, bright yellow in color, just like beer number 1. A little less bubbles coming up that I can see. Looks pretty clear. I can see a couple things floating in there, but for the most part, we'll say it's clear. Let's go ahead and smell. More fruit citrus. I'm not going to say dill. Fruit citrus. There's something at the very, very end, and my brain's just going to dill because of the other beers that I've smelt that I've made with dill, all the smash beers. Fruit citrus. There's dill. It's like once that carbonation settles down from opening it and dumping it, I really, there was a little tiny bit of something under that fruit and citrus, and that's why I was saying I'm not gonna say dill. But now that it's had time to settle down, and I don't know if you want to say mature, but that dill is coming through. But it is on the back, so that fruitiness, citrus is really there. Then a hint of dill. Somebody that didn't know, I don't think they would say anything about it. I'm not getting that sweet malt like I did in beer number 1 in the last tasting of this. It's just that fruit, citrus, dill. So let's go ahead and taste. If anything, a little overcarbed. That dill is through the whole entire palate. There's some citrus, some like lemon citrus. I'm almost thinking like if you had a fish, like a white fish or something, and you put dill on it and you cooked it, then when it came out, you sprinkled or you squeezed some lemon juice on there, and then I'm just saying, like, if you tasted that dill with that lemon, that's pretty much how this tastes. That lemon citrus in the back is a little too much. Like, you got this nice subtle dill. There could be a touch of fruit up front, but then it turns right into a dill. Not very sweet, but not... It's just a nice dill, but then that lemon kicks in, that citrus lemon kicks in. Yeah, I'm trying to compare it, which I know I shouldn't do until we get to the comparison video. I'm not getting that big bitterness like I did in the, what would it be? The Citra Amarillo Azaka. There, it's just nice and smooth, just like the first one. But those flavors just meld all the way through, and then it's gone. I get some like citrus dill, and that's it. Yeah. Yeah, good. I know on the wheat version, I think I said, oh, I would make this all the time. I don't know if I could drink 5 gallons of this. Like, it's good, and I want more, but I think that dill would start to overpower. It kind of reminds me of Sabru hops. Like, a lot of that, I don't really get the coconut in the smell, but when you taste it, it's like at the beginning, it just takes over everything. So Sabru is going to be coconut, and you're getting a good amount of coconut in that Sabru. And it's like Sorachi Ace, you're getting dill, like a good amount of dill in there. And it's like it's almost overpowered. For some people, I think it would be, but you're putting 0.25 ounces in a 1 gallon batch. We could put 0.25 ounces of Citra in a 1 gallon batch and it wouldn't be this strong. I don't believe. But yeah, let me know if you guys have played around with Sorachi Ace. It's definitely a hop that you have to like dill. As far as I'm concerned so far, in these reviews, you have to like dill in order to like Sorachi Ace. But yeah, if you've used any Sorachi Ace, let me know what you used it in and what you thought about it. So if you also enjoy this video, check some more homebrew videos out over here. And until next time, happy brewing.